Hi, today I'm going to show you a preview of the August Artistry Inspired class that I have going. It starts today. Well, this might not post today, so it starts today, August 1st, and you can sign up for it through August 10th. That's the last day that I will offer it. If you sign up before the 3rd, you'll get an extra pack of dimensionals for free as part of your class. But I'm also going to do a little partial part of the class, so that's what I want to show you today especially. The bundle is the stamp set, which is, it looks like it's 2 stamp sets, but it's just because it's a big stamp set. There's 12 stamps. It goes through the whole year. You can see it's line art. There's flowers and leaves and Christmas. This little sprig down here that can be spring or fall. We're going to use it fall in the class, the wheat, and some sayings. So it gets you through the whole year. It's a great set if you don't have many stamps. If you haven't got any stamps, it'd be a perfect one to start out with. So that's why I decided to go ahead and switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to do a beginner part of the class. So if you have absolutely nothing and you've never tried stamping before, then this little section is kind of a try it part, and it would be perfect for you. But if you already have lots of stuff and you love to stamp, then the big bundle is perfect for you. Then you get the stamps and the dies for the big shot. So you get that, and then you also get the watercolor pencils. And that was what really made me decide to offer it for beginners, because you get the pencils, and that is what I started out almost 27 years ago, maybe, when I started stamping, was with watercolor pencils, because you get all these colors. See all the colors you get there. It's an assortment 2 that goes with our assortment 1, so it doesn't have black and gray, but it is enough. You're going to see some of the cards that I've made with just this, so you could later add the others, but it's enough to get you started. It's enough to get you to see whether or not you like it. I think you will, especially if you loved coloring as a child. So I'm going to show you what you could get with just, if you bought just the stamps and just the pencils and an ink pad. But if you order from my website in August, if you order more than $65, I'm going to let you have an ink pad for free, and you get to choose your color. So for this card I'm going to show you today, I'm going to use a new color. It's soft seafoam. So you could pick your color. For this card you need a light color, so I went with soft seafoam. Pop that open. I did put a video on today that shows you how to use our ink pads if you've never used them. So for this, I'm just going to ink this up. And for this one, it doesn't even really matter the direction that you choose to put your flowers. So this is a piece of shimmery white cardstock. It's got a little bit of a coating on it, so it'll hold up nicely. But you can do it just with Whisper white cardstock. But this one's kind of fancy, so it'll make a pretty wedding card. I think I'll kind of go this way, but you can kind of stamp it whatever. So there I have it in my soft seafoam. I'm going to show you up close. And then this is just a piece of our Whisper white. And it comes 8.5 by 11, so I've cut that in half. And then this is the greeting. I went with the I Just Miss You. And again, you can kind of stamp it wherever. This is just going to be a simple card. I'm just going to put it right there. So I've got that. So then you would need some cardstock. This is the way I shut my cases. I just fling them over like that, and then they're shut. So that's done. So for this technique, I'm going to take, I hope I didn't move my phone. I touched my charger cord. Didn't have time to charge it today. I'm going to take the pencil, and I'm going to color pretty hard, and I'm going to trace first with my pink over these center lines of my flowers. And these are pencils that are activated with water, so there's a bunch of different ways to use them. And in my artistry inspired classes, those are always classes that you do in your home. They're not in my home, so it doesn't matter where you live. as long as you're in the US, I can send you this stuff. You buy the stamp set usually. It's usually stamps, dies. They're different every month. So this time you're going to buy the stamps, the dies, and the watercolor pencils if you buy the whole class. And then I send you the cards, or the card stock, and some ribbon, the different things that you need, some pearls. I can't remember exactly what's in this one. And then I send you the PDF in an email with step-by-step instructions. And then I send you a private, usually it's a Facebook. It depends on how, like, what kind of a class it is. This time you will get a Facebook because you're going to need some videos like this, because there's 4 different techniques, 4 different ways to use the watercolor pencils. So here you can see with the purple, I'm going to kind of outline, not really outline because I don't want it to look like I was in 2nd grade and I colored, but kind of just go around the image of each of the leaves of my flowers here. So you would get the, back to my class, get the, I can do 2 things at once, but you would get the video sent to you. So this way it's in a Facebook group, and if you're part of the class, you send me your Facebook name, and then for a month you have access to the videos where I am also in there, and I can answer your questions on the different videos, so you can see up close like this how I do each of the cards. So you then have your stamps. I send you a list of the stamp pads that I used, the stamp colors or alternates, because a lot of it doesn't have to be exactly. This class is assuming that most of the people have stamped before. If you haven't stamped before and you just want to try, then you would have the stamps and the watercolor pencils, 1 stamp pad, or if you wanted to get a few extra little things, then you can at least see the different techniques that you can do with the watercolor pencils. That's why I kind of wanted you to just get it, play around with them, and then you'd have access to the videos to kind of see the other things that you could do. And then if you wanted to buy some of this stuff to be able to try the other techniques, you'd be able to. Partly because in September, Stampin' Up! Is doing, I always like to think of it as our version of Kohl's Cash, if you shop at Kohl's. Because for every $50 you spend in August, Stampin' Up's going to give you $5 then to come back in September and have some extra money. So you could kind of, if you're new to stamping, then you would be able to watch the videos and kind of see the different techniques that people did with what I did with the 4 cards. And you'd have time to kind of play with your watercolor pencils and see which techniques you think you might want to try. And then you could use the $5 that you got to put towards maybe some additional supplies and try a new technique. Because you don't, even if you want to, you don't have to have everything all at once. But I'd be happy to send you our annual catalog, and our holiday catalog starts in September as well. And Christmas and Thanksgiving are 2 great times to stamp. So you can see I'm just kind of outlining, but again, I'm not tracing. You don't want to trace because you, again, don't want to look like, you know, it does bring back memories of when you colored when you were a child and you used to trace and then you would color in. And the pencils are inexpensive. They are $12.50 for this pack, and they should last you a really long time. But you want to press hard. If you press too light, you're not going to get color. So don't be afraid to press hard and get lay down a nice bit of color. And they do match our stamp pad. So this one's Gorgeous Grape, that means that we also have cardstock. We also have ribbon. We have everything in Gorgeous Grape. So if you love Gorgeous Grape, then you're in luck, because all of our colors, if you love it, everything coordinates. There'd be some designer papers. There would be embellishments. This is crushed curry. And then with the leaves, think this is Granny Apple Green. I'm going to color in the whole leaf with Granny Apple Green. A lot of my videos on my YouTube channel are sped up and set to music, partly because I've been a demonstrator for a really long time, and then for a while when my daughter, she was a college golfer. She golfed in high school as well. When she started golfing, you know, there's soccer moms and then there's golf moms. And when your daughter or your son plays golf as a sport, you don't get to go watch a sport for an hour. And they don't go practice for an hour. When they're young and they practice for 18 holes, it takes, you know, a chunk of time. And when they play in a tournament for 18 holes, it takes your whole entire day. And when they're in college and they go to tournaments, it takes a week. So I went back to work. I did Stampin' Up! Full-time for a long time. But then when and it takes your whole summer. So I went back to work, and instead of doing this full-time, this became my hobby. And I just did this for a hobby. And I worked so then I was able to be a golf mom. And when she played high school golf, I didn't know she was going to play college golf. So my life kind of changed. But then I found out, you know, well, and to be honest, when I was a high school golf mom, the internet really wasn't a thing. But then when college golf came along, people started making stamp videos, and I was working, and I didn't have time. You know, if I was waiting on the golf course to pick her up, or if I was at work and I had 5 minutes at the end of my lunch break, I didn't have time to watch 15, 20-minute videos. And if I was on the golf course, I couldn't turn the volume up. You know, if I was just waiting for her to turn in her scores, maybe I had 3-4 minutes. But, you know, on the golf course, and here I'm just going to trace this with this green. This is garden green. So I needed silent videos, and I needed them to be fast. So once she graduated from college, and she's now a high school teacher and a golf coach, once she graduated, I decided that I was going to make videos that catered to what I wish had been out there and I couldn't find when I needed them. So a lot of my videos are sped up and they're set to music, but you don't have to have the music on. So if you're at work, you can turn the volume down and you can just watch it go fast. And a lot of them are less than 3 or 4 minutes. So then this is an aqua painter, and what this is it's kind of a brush. If you don't want to invest in one of these before you really know if you love it, you can go get a nice paintbrush. You don't want a cheap one. You want one that at least has a good tip to it. You don't want a Crayola tip. But you unscrew this and you fill it with water. I don't have a sink in my office, so usually I fill it with something, my straw from my drink, with water. But then you just brush it on. So I'm just going to start with one color. I'm going to do the leaves first, and you do one at a time. If you're working on just our Whisper White cardstock, you don't want to put too much water down because it will cause the paper to pill. If you're on watercolor, our watercolor cardstock is wonderful because then you can put tons of water down. And all of that, in my class, we will go over different kinds of cardstock and how they work differently. So you see then the lead that was in there isn't just like pencil lead, so it blends a little differently. And because I used a nice soft color, you kind of lose the image that was stamped, and this takes on an image of its own. That's why it's called no line, because you kind of lose the line. So I'm just going to blend all this real quick on the leaves. I don't want it to dry because I'm going to go back and do a second step. Get the stems here. Those I just did one color to give kind of a... If you have both of our sets of watercolor pencils, then you'd have a couple more options of green. So I could have done the stems in a... Okay, so I've got that. So then I'm going to take my pencil itself and I'm just going to pull some additional ink. There's a gnat flying right around my finger. This isn't going to give it any kind of a realistic look on these leaves, but that's okay. I'm going kind of for a, maybe like a Vera look. If you're using watercolor paper and you have both sets of pencils, you'd have more color options, and you could mess with it a little longer and get more of a realistic look if you wanted. But this is going to be pretty, and it's just going to be a... Oh, that gnat is just buzzing right around my fingers. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. You know, it's always so excited when the warm weather comes, and then out come the bugs. And I'm like, well, the good thing about winter, at least in the Midwest, is the bugs die. So I'm just kind of adding those back in where the veins were. And I do want to keep some of that lighter color green. So there you go for those. And when you do this, then you don't want to go back and color immediately with your pencil, because it kind of makes the lead be soft. This is just a baby wipe I have laying in here. You could use just a wet paper towel, but I have lots of baby wipes in my office. But I don't want the green to go into the yellow, which I'm going to do now. This is crushed curry. And for it, I'm not going to go so long because I do want to keep a little bit of those lines in there. They give some definition to the middle of the flower. And I'm going to pull the pink. And it's going to mix a little bit with the purple that I put in there. And the pink is Flirty Flamingo. I will tell you, if you want to buy if you want to just try it and you want to buy the clear stamps. And I don't know if I've said this because I started taping once today, and then my daughter got home and she came racing up the stairs to use my computer. She teaches right down the road from us. She does not live here. She doesn't live here, but she lives here. She has her own apartment, but she teaches right down the road from here. So I may have already said this. Now I don't even know if I said it now or if I said it last time I taped. Our stamps come in two options. I don't think I said it. Clear and wood mount. The clear does not refer, this is a rubber set, so the stamps themselves are rubber. Then you have the option to buy them in clear or wood. That refers to, now I'm going to do, well, tell you I'm going to do the purple. It refers to the way they're mounted. So people get confused because they think if they're buying clear, we do have photopolymer sets, and those are see-through. So they think if they're ordering clear, they're going to get the see-through stamps. The see-through does not refer to the actual stamps. The stamps are rubber. The clear refers to the what you're putting the stamps on, the block. So these are clear because they get mounted on a clear block, or on a wood block. So these you buy clear or wood. So if you buy the clear set, I can see how people get confused because it is confusing. But they're rubber stamps, and then it's the mounting system that it's referring to. So if you buy the clear set of these, they are $39 plus shipping and tax. Or you can buy the wood, and it's $53. And the set of watercolor pencils, like I mentioned, is $12.50. So if you bought the watercolor pencils and either and you bought the clear and the watercolor, it would be $51.50, and then shipping and tax, so tax depending on where you live. So it's $51.50 plus shipping and tax. So you would definitely get the $5 bonus bucks. And then you could bump it easy to $65 to get the free stamp pad from me. And if you do that, then you'll get access to my class, so you can see how to use the pencils. Or if you buy the dies as well, then you also get the free cardstock and the free stuff to make. So now you can see I'm just going to go back in with some of the purple. I want some of the white to show through. If you do everything too starkly, then it doesn't, it just makes it look dark. So adding just different amounts of color is a nice touch. And the color is kind of controlled by how much water is coming out of my aqua painter. So you could add an aqua painter, that'd be a good thing to add. You could add another stamp pad, you could add a package of cardstock. If you didn't know what to add, I'd be happy to help you. So you can email me, you can contact me. My contact information is on my website or on my Facebook. You could message me. So if you, I know it's a little confusing, if you just want to try it, you can get these a little dark down here. If you just want to try the class and just kind of peek behind the scenes and see what we're doing, feel free to just get the stamp set. And this will all be typed out on my blog. Just get the stamp set and the pencils. If you want all of the stuff free that goes with it, then order the bundle and the pencils, which will be the die, because you'd need the dies to make the full projects. And then you'll get, everybody gets the $5, everybody gets the holiday catalog, everybody gets the access to the Facebook as long as you order the stamps and the watercolor pencils. And if you hang on just a second, after I finish this card up, I'm going to blot that off there. I'm going to give you a quick peek of the stamps that are going to be on in the class. So I've got the white piece of cardstock. And if you layer that on there, I will finish it off. I'm going to tie a piece of ribbon. Maybe I might add a couple of tiny little things. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to finish that off, and that will be on my website for you to see. So that is what you could do with just the stamps, one ink pad, and a set of pencils. It's really pretty. And with the pencils, you could color in all 4 of the images, all 4 seasons. So you would be set to go with just a pack of white paper, 1 stamp pad. I must be honest, you'll get addicted, so you'll need at least more than 1 stamp pad. The aqua painter would be a nice thing to add, because then it's just water. You can just clean your stamps if you have just a basic classic pad, which would be free. If you order $65, I will send you your choice of colors of a free stamp pad. So that's that. These have been on my website before, so you can run back over and see them. This again was colored with just the stamp, the colored pencils that come in the starter kit. This was colored with both assortments, so you would need both. I need a drink of water. This no line. These are all on my website, so you can see them. This is a Christmas one. This is colored with a different technique, so it's blend, so you would need totally different. I am going to race through these quickly because normally I don't show. These are my class. This is no line, the little sprig. This is on watercolor cardstock, so it's got a lot more. This is a brushing technique. And then this is completely different. That is done with a Stella. So there you go. if you are interested in signing up with for my class. Again, it closes on August 10th because I want to know how many people will let into the Facebook group. If you want to order just the stamps and just the pencil, just go to my website, order that, and when I see your order, then I will ask you what color stamp pad you want. Your order does need to come to $65. If you are going to order the entire class, then you just email me and tell me that you're doing the class. I order all of this stuff for you, and the cost for that is $110 if you're getting the wood mount bundle, and it is $98 if you're getting the clear mount bundle. And that includes all of the cardstock, all of the embellishments. If you do it before August 3rd, then you also get a pack of dimensionals. You will get a free stamp pad, and you will get the bonus bucks from Stampin' Up. And you can bump it up just a little bit if there's something else you need. I will send you the class supply list of stuff that you'll need. All of that stuff is on my website, and it will be on my website again. And if you are on my email list, then I can send you the email. So have a great day. This is a fabulous bundle. Let me show you the stamps again. You will truly enjoy it. And if you are a new stamper, it is a great way to get going and to learn how to stamp. So have a nice night. Bye.